All right, let's try this out. Um, so I have signed up for the year for StreamYard. I decided to upgrade. I noticed today that I couldn't do my intro video anymore for whatever reason. So I did, you know what? Well, fuck it. I got the money. I'll try see how it works out. So I upgraded the plan. So and also I decided, you know what? I'm going to fucking duo stream YouTube and Facebook. I don't know how this works. Okay. So let's see here. So all right, yeah. So hopefully comments will, if anyone watches, will show up. Anyway, and then they should actually show up in the here in the screen too as well. Maybe. So anyway, we got one from Two Crows. We got a beer from Two Crows. We have their Sal, Italian style Pilsner. They just say Italian Pilsner, but it's Italian in style. It's not an actual Italian Pilsner. It's not made in Italy. 5.1% alcohol by volume. And this is in partnership with Yayaz, which is a Halifax pizza joint, I guess. Maybe Dartmouth pizza joint. I forget which side is fucking Two Crows on anyway. Halifax. Okay, so I'm assuming Upper West Side Halifax, something like that. There is where Yayaz is. So like I said, 5.1%. Let's share screen and look at this real quick. So, I got like all these extra options here now. Share screen. There we go. Share. So, okay, here we go. Sal right here. I got this from Bishop Cellar, by the way. I didn't buy this at the NSLC. If you've seen my previous review, I got an order from Bishop Cellar the other day. So yeah, here we go. A collaboration with our great pals at Yaya's Pizza, who we share our Oxford Street location with, designed for drinking with the best pizza in town. Super Crush, I don't need to know any of this. Proudly brewed with 100% authentic Canadian grown ingredients, water, barley, hops, yeast. They can get it in singles, 4-packs, and 24-packs. Oh, I like this. I might do an order through Two Crows sometime. Get 24, because the big problem here, and this might be a stumbling block in this review, is that this is pretty old. This was brewed at the end of last year. It says 2024, 22/11/2024. So it is a canned Pilsner. Probably is going to be okay, but you never know. And we got Paul here. Ramali's, ales, and lagers. Real ale, homebrew style. Cheers, brother. Cheers, you, sir. Hope you're doing well. I will get back to you soon about podcast stuff. I have not forgotten. It's been super busy with stuff and trying to schedule people and things and whatnot. But yeah, anyway, this is good. This is an old beer at this point. It's about half a year old, but I don't suspect the taste is going to suffer all that much. It's an Italian Pilsner. Now, it is dependent on hops. I assume they do, I assume they do it Italian style, quote unquote, where they probably do dry hopping. I don't know if they do, but they didn't mention it in the description at all. But that's usually the distinction. An Italian Pilsner is German in all respects, other than the fact that they dry hop it, so you're going to get more aroma, sometimes more flavor from the actual hops. So it's more hop forward than like a regular like Czech or German Pilsner, which is generally more floral and malty forward, grassy, that kind of thing. So we're expecting more herbal notes here, which if they say they're doing this in collaboration with Yaya's Pizzeria, makes sense that you'd want a more like spicy herbal kind of Pilsner to go with your pizza, I guess. So yeah, so it is a bit old. So we're probably getting a little bit more head here than we would normally get. Paul here, continuing in the chat. Got my amber lager on at the moment. Needs a bit more hop kick to it. Cheers. That sounds good. And he says Italian Pilsner always confused me, like Hitler but less fashion sense. I have no clue. Yeah, it's purely dry hop Pilsner basically. Now I don't know if every brewery that makes a quote unquote Italian Pilsner sticks to that anymore, but that was essentially like the sort of reasoning behind it, because it was like some brewery in Italy, I guess, or somebody basically took a German Pilsner and kind of like, hey, let's tweak it a little bit and see what happens. And that's kind of what it was a distinct enough sub style to the Pilsner that it became a thing. And craft brewers over here eat up any unique small nuance of style that they can discover in some far off region of Europe that no one's ever heard of, that hostile backpackers disappear in, and decided we'll bring it back home without the murder dungeon, and we'll try to make it. And so there you go. Yeah, Sal, let's go with the aroma here now that she's died down a little bit. Looks like a sunburst on camera. It's more of a little bit of a murky golden straw color. Definitely getting a lot of grassiness out of this. I am expecting that the hops have probably died down, not as significantly as if this was an IPA or anything like that, but there probably has been a little bit of deterioration going on there. I'm getting like a slightly herbal sort of noble hop kick in this. It's a little small. It's a little in behind the actual malt, but it's there. It smells the part. It's a little slight, but it smells the part. Cheers. Go to taste. Paul says, I'm experimenting with dry hopping at the moment. Load the bitter boiling hops. Then only dry hop the aroma, flavor hops. Yep. It's the way you're supposed to do it, apparently. Okay, this is good. If these hops have died down, then this must be one exceptionally like kind of spicy herbal Pilsner, because this is still pretty amazingly present in the actual taste, being half a year old or more now at this point. So the sort of forward, like the grassiness, the malt character that's there, like a little slightly bready, little grassy, little floral, very standard Pilsner. Find it in any fucking Pilsner, any beer that can like reasonably call itself a Pilsner. You'll find pretty much the same notes, either to a better degree or a lesser degree. Here they're acceptably good. Standout for this is the hop character, as it should be as a dry hopped Pilsner. So the aroma. So Dan here confirming something for me. Apparently, I can't see apparently the comments from Facebook aren't showing up here. So thank you for confirming that. I'm gonna have to look into that and see if I can like if there's some sort of oh no, wait, let me check here now. Just let me check all destination. Okay, no, it's not letting me see the comments from Facebook. Okay. All right. So I think next time what I'll do if I stream to Facebook, I've been just doing this as an experiment this one time tonight. Next time I do that, I will have my tablet open with it on Facebook, I guess, and I'll be able to monitor the comments there. But yeah, thank you, Dan. I can't see comments from Facebook, so I'll come here and hunt you. And then we got Gregory saying you're acceptably good. I'll take that. I'll take that. Thank you. Nice, spicy, herbal hop. I can't specifically tell you what hop it is, but it tastes vaguely noble-ish, a little saucy. I think the only thing is like the aroma definitely has been diminished by the age, and this hop has become a little bit more homogenous, probably sitting in the can for that long. So it's much more of a singular flavor. Where I feel like if this was fresher, I probably would get a little bit more complexity in the actual flavor of the hop. But what's there? It's a good herbal punch, and it's still really strong. So that makes this stand out. I would love to get my hands on a fresh can of this. Like I said, I think I'm going to have to do an actual Two Crows order sometime in the next few months and do a re-review of this and see. But as it stands, even at like over half a year old, this is a perfectly excellent Pilsner. Drinks light would, I think, pair very well with pizza. Honestly, even in this age state, I think would go really good with the pizza at Yaya's Pizzeria. So, if they said, "Well, thanks, Dan," if they send you a fresh can from the order, yes. If they don't have this like 10 of these sitting in a corner somewhere in their warehouse, and they're like, "Well, finally someone ordered these fucking things, so we'll send them to this schlub," and they've been sitting there for 3 years. I mean, that has been known to happen, but generally, I've gotten pretty lucky with breweries around here sending fresh stuff when I order, especially like Tatamagouche, who I order from all the time. Um, and I can understand with like Bishop Cellar or Harvest Wines and Spirits, some of their stuff being sitting on the shelf there a little while, or stuff that they would get from a brewery trying to unload stock that's been sitting on their shelves for a while, or in their warehouse, whatever. That makes sense to me that will happen. You kind of got to roll with the punches and expect that to happen. But I mean, I don't think I've ever had anything necessarily real shitty from Bishop Cellar in that regard that I can recall. So don't hold me to that, but I don't think I have. I think they've been pretty good with me. And it's not quite the LCBO aging program, if you get my drift there. But yeah, we're talking about a beer here. This is excellent. Style wise, like I said, I wish I had a fresh can, so I'm going to be a little careful of my grading here. I'm going to give it a 7.5 for style. It hits all the marks it's supposed to hit. I feel like a fresher can is probably a good 1.5 or more better. So I'm holding off. My own personal preference, I think I'm going to sit at 7.5 as well. I really like it, even in this state. I assume, again, it's probably way better super fresh. And when I do get a fresh can, well, we'll do the re-review of this and find out. But as it stands, it's still an excellent beer, even this old, sitting in the can. So, it's a good beer. And I imagine it goes really well with the pizzas at Yaya's. If you're a pizzeria that's open in Halifax and you've been around a while, you've probably got decent food, I would assume. So yeah, Sal from Two Crows, good stuff. 775s for now. Put an asterisk on that for future re-review, and we'll see what we think. But all right, thanks for watching, guys. I've gone almost 20 minutes here with this bullshit because I've gone on tangents. Oh, and Greg says, I missed how old the can is, but I'm always of the belief that a beer should be sold to me how you want to drink it, unless they are offering it to you at a significant discount. True. I'm not disagreeing with that, but I mean, the reality is some of these beers you can't get unless you go to the brewery themselves, which I'm just not really able to do. So I got to do an order, and I didn't want to do an order through Two Crows this time. I wanted to get there's a bunch of different stuff I wanted to get from Bishop Cellar, and that happened to be one of the beers I saw listed, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot. That was all there was to it. I always know I'm taking a bit of a risk ordering from like a Bishop Cellar or Harvest Wines or whatever, where there's a chance I may not get it super fresh and in the condition the brewery intends or whatever. But I that's why I put an asterisk on this review. But I mean, what was here was still good enough that I was like, okay, definitely going to find me a fresh can at some point and do a re-review of it. But yeah, I was just excited to try it, and I wasn't planning any reviews or orders from Two Crows at that moment. I was, I had other stuff I wanted to get that, Two Crows isn't going to send me. They're not going to send me Negro Modelo, right? So had to, had to roll with it. So anyway, I've yammered on enough. Oh, I looked at the clock incorrectly. I'm only at 17 minutes. I read the 16 as a 19, I guess, because that's fucking stupid. Yeah. Oh well. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for commenting, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.